help a girl out, okay? My brain is full. Help a girl out. Hi, it's me. So I have a confession to make, and that confession is I have just let my life go. Not in a bad way, but with this big change that happened, and let me know if this is something you've experienced too. Oh, also, I made bread today. You wanna see? It smells so good. When we moved here back in September, it really just turned our world upside down, and I've been able to deal with that and enjoy that and be present for that process. But in that process, all of my old systems, all of my old habits and things I did to keep myself on track and accountable and progressing and moving forward that really just means that I feel like I'm just floating. I feel happy and things are good. All of my old, I don't want to call them coping strategies, but things that helped me with my ADHD, things that helped me with my OCD, things that helped me get and my anxiety, my depression, all of those skills and systems and stuff are gone. And I think that what I'm about to show you is a good representation of how my brain looks right now. And that's my desk. It is kind of crazy and a little, it's not so bad. It's not disgusting by any means. Hold on, let me turn off this light. It's not disgusting, but it definitely is not good either. Let me give you a tour of the desk. So yeah, we've got the happy light, the happy light. And then my iPad is up here because it needed to be charged because I don't have anywhere else to charge it. I've got my stuff, but then there's also some nail polish. And then there's a form that's just shoved back there. Some cuticle stuff. I don't know, I was doing my nails here. I don't know if this was from today or last night. My phone is over here. It should be over there, but it's over here. I haven't been sick in weeks, but this is still here. I lost my pen. It was here, so I had to go get another pen. That one's here. My laptop that I had to hunt 20 minutes for to find my charger. I've got my notebooks, but what's all this? What is all this? What's all this? I don't know. This is just my gingerbread houses, and, oh, and there's another mug, and I bet you, yep, an apple core, a toque that doesn't go here, and I don't know what's in that bag. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm doing great emotionally, and mentally I'm okay, but I am not feeling organized, secured, or held. I'm feeling really discombobulated and wishy-washy, and I just have no real direction, and I feel it's showing in my content. I feel it's coming and seeping out in my life in other ways, and I just want to get my shit together again. I felt so good, and I want to just get my shit together, but all I really want to do is crawl in bed with that cat. I'm trying to find the balance here, so I think we can sort this out. I have some of my old notes and my old systems and stuff that I want to bring in. I found different systems that work best for my brain. I really love time blocking. I have corporate brain. I used to work at a bank. I have corporate brain. So my brain works really well in quarterly chunks. So seasonal chunks or the 12-week year sort of stuff makes sense to my brain. And I also feel I just have to get back on things I need to get back on. And that includes my mind, my body, and the creation and my content, and really taking it seriously and taking my channel seriously. Because I do take it really seriously, but I feel sometimes I just go into autopilot mode and I go, okay, this is what I'm making, and move on. And I really want to put out the highest quality content that I can and be growing and be evolving, and I feel I'm not. So I want to start implementing back in education chunks where I learn new editing or learn new titling or how to make different styles of thumbnails and stuff like that. So I also just want to do some workplace improvement. I think we can do that together. But what I really want to focus on today is goal setting. I want to set some real goals. And for me and my life and my brain, I like to break things into 3 categories. The first one being my mind. So goals that center around protecting my mind. My mind goals for the next 12 weeks are as follows. I want to read/listen to 6 books. So I'm going to pick some books, and I want to be able to finish at least 6 of them in the next 12 weeks. It's a pretty modest goal, but I have not been reading at all. So I just want to start small and achievable. My next mind goal is to set wake and sleep times, especially in the winter. I find it really difficult to keep my cadence. It gets dark so early, it is dark so late in the morning, and I always kind of feel like I'm operating at night, that I end up just becoming awake and alive only at nighttime. And I really want to make sure I'm sticking to a wake window of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm a big proponent of slow mornings. I am not getting out of bed and working at 6 a.m. I just want my alarm to go off, be able to read my book, drink a cup of tea, and have a slow morning and a slow wake up so I don't feel rushed or have anxiety. Piggybacking on like the wake hours goal, I don't want to work after 8 p.m. I've gotten a really bad habit going out during the day or doing stuff in daylight and then sitting at my desk and working until 1 or 2 in the morning, and that is just not sustainable, and that is just not good for me or my brain. My next category of goals have to do with my body, and this is gonna look different for everyone. I have spent a long time working on my relationship with my body, and I know what I need and what I don't need and where my lines are that I cannot cross. One thing I definitely can't do is put a calorie restriction on myself. I like to do a macros program so that I know I'm hitting a minimum amount of protein and a minimum amount of calories every day, but outside of that, I cannot be any more restrictive, or my brain does not do good things. My brain does not say nice things to me, but instead of it being a maximum number, it's a minimum number. And I like to stick with protein because I like to lift and I like to do cardio. So I like to make sure my body has the fuel it needs, and having a protein macro minimum is the easiest way I found for myself to do that. But I am not a nutritionist or a health expert, so don't take that as like personal fitness advice. That is just what works for me. So I've come up with my protein goal. So I have that, so I want to hit that every day for the next 12 weeks. I also want to do 3 yoga classes a week. I want to do 3 45-minute cardio sessions a week, whether that is just going for a walk, going for a bike ride, or hopping on the treadmill, or anything cardio related. That's what I want to do. And I also want to start lifting again. I have not lifted in about 3 months, and I'm feeling like I'm getting weaker. I went to a yoga class the other night, my stability, I like can feel it. So I want to lift. I want to start slow and low, and so for the next 12 weeks, I want to lift 3 times per week. The garbage bin is being so loud. And as far as body goals go, that's it. The yoga, the cardio, and the lifting. Those are my 3 body goals. Oh, and my protein minimum, but that is not even really a goal. That is just how I know my body is fed and right. And my last set of goals are going to be goals around my work, my content creation, and what I want to do to support my creative process and rebuild systems and schedules to keep me accountable and keep me on track for the next 12 weeks. For that, I'm re-implementing my learning sessions where I essentially scour the internet and try to learn as much as possible about this job that I'm doing by myself. So I'm implementing again an 8 hours per week. I want to have a time block where I'm doing at least 8 hours of education a week. Next, these are goals that you guys might already know if you're on my DIY channel, but I will be posting 2 DIY videos every week for the rest of December, the rest of the year. And then I will also be doing Vlogmas, this daily vlogging situation for the end of the year. I'm toying with the idea of doing a daily vlog for the next 12 weeks. I'm toying with it. Kind of gives me anxiety, so I'm not confirming it yet. But if this goes well and you like these, let me know. And if you want to do this like 12-week thing with me, let me know. And maybe if it doesn't scare me, you can do it. If you can convince me, you know, I could be convinced. I could very easily be convinced. I'm just a little hesitant to commit. Does that make sense? And then starting in January, I want to be doing 1 DIY video a week and 1 weekly vlog unless you convince me otherwise. And then the thing that I was trying to work into my system and schedule before we left that totally fell off when we got here was making shorts, or like short form content. For some reason, I don't know what that reason is. My brain doesn't like short form. It doesn't like, I don't know how to explain it, but whenever I sit down to like make shorts out of my long form or come up with shorts ideas or anything like that, my brain just goes beep boop, beep boop, la la la, beep boop. And I can't, nothing comes out of my brain. And I sit there for 3 hours going, I've done nothing. Oh, hi, baby. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out how I'm gonna be doing shorts and how to do that, because like, you guys like it when I post them, and I've gotten really great feedback on the shorts that I do make and the shorts I do create, and they really do help my channel, and they have been good, but like, I can't tell you why my brain is just beep boop. So anyway, let's sit down and do some time blocking, and we can talk about how I do that. And we can talk about how I make time blocking super simple and super easy. So based on my goals, I've made a version of this, and this is flexible. It is likely to change, but here is what it looks like what this week would look like in my time blocker. I'm using Apple's like calendar because I find it's the easiest one to use, but you could use GCal, you could use paper and pen, or you could use like a time blocking app. I like this version because I can share my stuff with Jordan and my grandma if there's anything that has crossover. Anyway, let's look at my calendar. I have my slow mornings programmed in here Monday through Sunday. Or actually, before we go into like what I've scheduled, let's go and look over at the sides and the different like sections I'm working with here, because I think this is really important. Yours are going to look different than mine, but here's how I've categorized everything. I kind of have the general stuff. I have a calendar that is just time blocks to map things out, and if I know I want to do something in that time period, I can do a time blocks calendar event and just pop it in here and say, okay, this is a 4-hour period, and I'm going to categorize it later. It's really helpful when you're starting from scratch and using it, so I like to have one of those. I also have my rest calendar. So for me, rest looks like slow mornings and having a wind down time at night. So you'll see that my rest calendar has that as well. And then the next section is errands. This is categorized as any sort of like time out of the house that I'm going around and doing things. I have only an errands block this later today. Any of this free time could be turned into errands block, but I know I'm going to be out of the house. And it's important when you share a car with somebody, like I do with my grandma, that I need the car for that time, so she can see in the schedule that I need the car, and we don't have to like fight about it, or she doesn't have to wonder where I am. She knows I'm running errands and that I'll be home at this time. After errands, this toggle is my gym blocks. This looks a little different than my goals because I'm counting some of these yoga classes as cardios, and I'm only scheduling in 2 lifts because I did one on Sunday, so bear with me. But in that, I have cardio sessions toggled and lifting sections toggled, and my yoga schedule comes straight from my studio. Like, it is a calendar, so it's its own thing, but those are also always shared with my grandma and with Jordan, so that if I'm not home or I'm out, they know where I am and what I'm doing, and everyone, it's copacetic. No one's gonna be texting me wondering where I am. And after the gym categories, I have all of my work, all of my everything I do around my job. So everything around content creation, I have mapped out and scheduled for different times in different time blocks. So I have editing blocks you can see in the light blue, because we're doing this like daily vlogging vlogmas right now. I have like editing blocks every day, every evening. I'm editing my vlog from that day to go up the next day. And then I also have my editing chunks for my main videos to go and happen after those videos are filmed and complete. I also have my scheduled education time. I put in a time block this morning because I did do that for, it was like two-ish and a half hours. So I did do that. So I've scheduled that in there, which is nice, and I want to add 2 more hours later in the week. Just not sure when that's going to happen. So you know what I should do? I should put it in on Wednesday. Wednesday looks like a great day for me to add in a education. Now that I'm looking at this and it's complete, I have a better idea. So I type in what it's going to be, and then I give it the education tag, and it adds it to my education calendar, and I pull it down to be 2 hours, from 12 to 2. And now I have my 4 hours. Oh, yeah, now I have 4 hours worked into my week. And I think I'll also do another block here on Saturday. Next is prepping and planning. I haven't put this in yet because I think it's going to happen on Sunday, but it could happen on Friday. So you know what? Let me put a tentative one in on Friday. I do have my filming scheduled because I need to. So I've got all my Vlogmas times to film, and then I've got all of my 2 videos that I'm posting this week, those blocks filmed as well. And you're getting a sneak peek at what I'm filming. So don't look at the get ready with me for the holiday party video that's gonna happen on, that you'll get on Sunday, that I'm filming on Saturday. Don't look at it. You're spoiling it for yourself. Anyway, I also have posting. I like to spend an hour before I post the video to not only upload the video, but make any tweaks to a thumbnail or respond to comments. So I like to do at least an hour. If I have any final editing to do, I also like to do it then, a little couple bells and whistles sort of stuff. And then I also have my vlogging when I'm vlogging and stuff like that, that I know I want to be vlogging for that amount of time. So, and that's everything so far that I have planned and mapped out. And other than the very like strict slow morning and wind down periods, this is super flexible, and I think it's really gonna help me stay on track. And I think the combination of all of these different techniques is really what worked for me and what does work. Combining Pomodoro with like 12-week or quarterly goals, and then combining that with time blocking on a more macro scale really does help me stay on track and keep focused without losing sight of my short-term goals completely. That's it for this vlog, because my brain is starting to hurt thinking about all of this. So I'm gonna start getting this video ready for you guys to see, and I will see you for more getting my shit together, falling in love with winter, Vlogmas vibes. Who knows what I'm calling this series? Who knows? If you have an idea of what to call it, help a girl out, okay? My brain is full. Help a girl out. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you twice on Wednesday. I'll also see you twice on Sundays. So that will be really fun. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I need a snack. I'm gonna eat some of this bread because it looks delicious. I will see you tomorrow. Okay.